So this is a really good question, and it forced me to get out a spreadsheet, so buckle up. The first thing I had to do is to come up with a wish list of every single thing that I wanted and or needed in order to be able to homestead comfortably. Now, this is my homestead wish list, so some of these numbers are high, and you might not ever consider buying or paying this much for some of these things. That's fine, because this is my homestead wish list. When you make your homestead wish list, you can change the numbers to whatever you want them to be. Love you. If you are like me, you have been visualizing your ideal homestead for years. And you've gotten one little thing done here and one little thing done there. But this is what I scratched out after I attended I think one of those master farmer classes or whatever that my extension office was doing. They said you need to get a plan. And so I just kind of sketched out my acreage, and I wanted ultimately to be able to have 7 different paddocks, if you will, so that I could do some rotational grazing. And so that's where some of these numbers and things like that are coming from. Can we just take a moment to appreciate those trees? Okay, so back to the list. Once I total up all of these things, right, including paying off my house and all of my debt, I need $726,300. Now, to most people, that would be a problem, right? But to me, it just is a great opportunity. Because as an entrepreneur, I know, first of all, let me back the thing up. As a follower of Christ, I know all things are possible through him that gives me strength, okay? Let's keep it a buck. So now it's just a matter of using what he's already given me to go help other people, and then I will get my goal met. So I bring over the number that I need in order to get everything that I need in order to homestead. Your question was, what is my strategy for making that much money? And this is where it all gets broken down. Step 1, I have to have an expertise in order to help people. So my expertise is making money without working for anyone. How do I know this is my expertise? Because I've been making money without working for anyone since 2011. The next step, I need my people. And my people are people who want to make money without working for anyone else. Why are those particular people my people? Because that's what my expertise is in. You following? Next, I need my products. These are the products that are going to serve my people. Best case scenario is to have a low ticket, a mid ticket, and a high ticket of each of your products. Because the economy is economying, and everybody's money ain't the same, but don't ever judge anybody else's pockets. And a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. If they don't buy it from you, they're going to buy it from somebody else. Trust. Okay, so let's run through each of these products. My low ticket product happens to be a $1,000 day blueprint. That is where I show people how I have been able to make $1,000 or more in a single day. And I've done it 95 times, and I've given them the blueprint to each of those 95 times of what I did to do that. So that's my low ticket, $997. My mid ticket is my group coaching program, where I work with somebody for 12 months to get them $100,000 in extra money guaranteed, or their money back. That's an investment of 10 grand. My high ticket program, which I just created, is, look, I'll just do it for you. In 6 months, I will build a university around your expertise, and that's an investment of $50,000. None of this works unless you are the real deal and can actually help people achieve what it is that you're claiming, and you've got the receipts to back that thing up. Next, I need my database. Nothing works without a database. So right now I've got, let's say, 7,000 people in my database. I've been in sales all my life. I sold gold-plated jewelry in a little town in West Tennessee called Skullbone, Tennessee. That was my first real sales job. And one thing I learned is that 1 out of 5 things is going to happen. If I went to 5 different little stores on their strip, because there wasn't a whole lot in Skullbone, Tennessee, look it up, 1 out of those people would buy a gold-plated herringbone from me. 1 out of every 5 is the same thing as 20%. So I know that 1 out of every 5 things is going to happen. That means 1 out of every 5 people in my database is going to do something. Don't know what that something is yet, but I know they're going to do something. My hope is that 1 out of every 5 of them buy one of those products. Now, the older I get, the more conservative I get. So instead of basing my estimates on 1 out of every 5, I'm going to lower that down a bunch. So instead of saying 20%, I'm just going to knock that down to 1%. I want to know, what if I convert 1% of my database into a customer, what will happen? So with a database of 7,000 people, I'm likely to convert 70 of them into customers. And at $9.97, that's 69,000 and some change. I might convert 70 of them into mid-range customers, and that's 700,000 and some change. Or I might convert 70 of them into a high-ticket customer, and that's 3.5 million. Again, nobody will bite and buy anything from you unless they know, like, and trust you, and that's going to come from you being the credible authority in your expertise. So now I have a legitimate path to my 726,300. I know a combination of these is going to get me there. I just don't know what's what. I also don't know how much these folks in this database like me, right? Or if they've got money or whatever. So my goal is to get this thing as big as possible to offset all of those variables. It's just a numbers game, folks. That's all it is. Now, before you say that you don't have an expertise and you don't know how to do anything and you're not good at anything, that's all negative self-talk. Don't even pay attention to that. Okay, real quick on mindset. If you don't have a mindset that allows for you to believe in you and your strengths, then this won't work. That mindset shift is difficult. And if you've been working for somebody for a really long time, it's going to take you some work to convince yourself that you're an expert in something, right? So you got to do that work, and you need to do that sooner rather than later. So this works for anything. I don't care what it is. So let's just say your expertise is canning dill pickles, okay? So your expertise is canning dill pickles, and your people are people who want to learn how to can dill pickles. Trust me, this is a thing. Okay, so an example of your low ticket product might be Dill Pickle Canning 101. And you say you charge $37 for that. And your mid ticket is your Dill Pickle Group Coaching Program. And let's say you charge $997 for that because you spend 6 months with them and you do a bunch of Zooms and all of that. Then you've got your high ticket product where you just can their dill pickles for them, right? Every year they pay a fee and you send them so many dill pickles a month or whatever. You get my point. And let's say you've got that same database size of 7,000 people. So your low ticket is going to typically get you 70 customers at a 1% conversion rate or $2,590. Your mid ticket, same thing, $69,790. And then your high ticket are going to get you $175,000. Don't hate the player, hate the game. This is where we are in 2024. This is what it means to be in the information age. I know a lot of you guys are in my generation, Gen X. You're used to having to really do a lot of work and punch a clock and go somewhere and do some work in exchange for some money. But that's not where we are anymore. And the sooner you understand that, the faster that you will be able to get to your homesteading goals, because it ain't cheap. And one final thing. Each of these is broken down to where you can see how many customers you need at each price point in order to be able to hit your goal, whatever that is. And you can see at the higher ticket, obviously, you're going to need fewer people. So now my whole goal in life is to build the largest database that I can of my people who don't want to work for anyone anymore. Once I build that database, then I can get them to know, like, and trust me even more through what they call email nurture sequences. And you all know what they are. You sign up for stuff and people send you a bunch of emails. Now, people are going to fall off, and that's fine. It's a numbers game. Remember that. If you need help figuring out how to get 1,000 or 10,000 people, your people, into your database based on your expertise, click the link in my bio or click the link in the description box. I can show you how to do that, and I'll make sure you get a copy of the spreadsheet. Just don't type in the yellow boxes. The yellow boxes have got formulas. See you on the next one. Peace.